Hi, this is Sugar Shane Mosley, and you're watching True School Sports.
All right.
Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, Ryan Garcia, his name's obviously been in the headlines a lot for his recent comments about his run-in with Gervonta Davis at the club here in Miami. Obviously his name is linked with Gervonta Davis because there's a potential big fight that Steven Espinoza keeps alluding to, as he does with the other fight between those two welterweights who I will not mention because it's getting ridiculous even saying their names at this point together. But he was on Twitter, and I got the tweet in front of me, and he had some interesting tweets. He said the following, and I quote: When my mind is locked in on something, I don't lose. I'm a perfectionist mixed with God-given talent. End quote. So I really feel like Ryan Garcia has reached a stage of his career where now he's no longer young. He's been in the game for a little bit of time now. He's 23-0, 19 knockouts. People are clamoring for the big fights and the big nights from him. He really, I feel like, is one of the only fighters in boxing, one of the handful of fighters in boxing that has real superstar power, could really be a big star beyond just the realms of the hardcore boxing fan community, which we love, but it's only but so big. He has that star power though. He has the ability to attract people that don't normally watch boxing to watch boxing. So there's been a lot of pressure for him to perform. Pressure to perform from him that doesn't exist with most fighters. And with his ridiculously great Instagram marketing over the years, where he's had the body shot challenge and the speed challenge and all those things. This has obviously gotten him a lot of attention, but it's also created a lot of hatred amongst people within boxing fans, fighters, jealousy, because they feel like he's overrated, he's overhyped, he's getting all this hype for no reason. But the reality is he promoted himself. He got people interested in him. He garnered the attention. So you got to give credit where credit is due. He knows what he's doing inside that ring. And just as much, he knows what he's doing outside the ring. And he looks like one of the only fighters in boxing that can actually master the whole fight game, not just in the ring, the whole fight game. With that being said, I feel like it's been a very popular thing in boxing to hate on Ryan Garcia. Now, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I'm not going to sit here and cap. I've been someone that most of the time I've been covering Ryan Garcia here on YouTube. I haven't been necessarily the biggest fan of him, but with what's really changed, what's really been a big paradigm shift for me this year is, number one, I had a chance to watch Ryan Garcia train at his media workout before that Manuel Tego fight. And I've seen Devin Haney train in person. I've seen T.O. train in person. I've seen Shakur Stevenson spar. I've seen Ryan. So trust me when I say this. You don't have to like what I'm saying or agree with it, but this is what I believe to be true. I believe Ryan Garcia is the most naturally talented fighter from 135 to 140. More than Devin, more than Tank, more than T.O., more than Shakur. He is the most naturally God-gifted athlete, talented boxer there is in those weights. Okay? And I don't think people really realize how good he is at the sport of boxing. And it's funny because now I'm starting to sound like Joe Goosen, I should get a jean jacket like Joe Goosen. But no, truth be told, Ryan Garcia, if he ever puts it all together, and that's really the big if, can Ryan Garcia put it all together? But if and when he does put it all together, he can beat all these fighters. And it seems like, look, I know you can't go by tweets and Twitter because, people are very, very emotional on social media, right? And I'm speaking from experience as well because I've been there before. But I like what's being reflected in this tweet here, when he says that when his mind is locked in, he doesn't lose. So that shows conviction, that shows confidence. And then he says, I'm a perfectionist mixed with God-gifted talent. And you don't make, like, one thing I know, when you make comments like that about yourself in life, you don't make those kind of comments about yourself unless you've gone through serious introspection and real ask yourself, and you've asked yourself what's the real hard questions about yourself so far as, like, what makes you tick and what makes you motivated and what makes you just fired up about life, And I really do think I actually believe Ryan Garcia when he says that. And I think people have Ryan Garcia all messed up. They see Ryan Garcia as this tall, lightweight, pretty boy, social media star, and they think he's just that. But then, you talk to a couple people that go to gyms in California where he spars and trains, and they'll tell you he's putting guys on stretchers, sending them to the hospital. He's the real deal. He can really fight. So it's funny. Although Ryan Garcia is popular and he's known, it's become cool to hate on Ryan Garcia. It's become the in thing to do in boxing, And it's gotten to the point. It's gotten so much so to the point where maybe he was overrated at one point, but now it's gotten to the point where I can honestly say maybe Ryan Garcia has actually become underrated. He's become underrated and undervalued. His talent, his skill set have become underrated and undervalued in the sport of boxing from the fans, because they just think he's this pretty boy softy. And listen, listen. I'll be real. I'll be honest. Sometimes he does himself no favors, but that motherfucker can fight. He can fight at a high level. And truth be told, if and when Tank and him ever fight, I'm picking Ryan Garcia. I'm picking Ryan Garcia. I think he's much more I think he's a more talented fighter than Tank. I don't know. The only question I have about that fight is he seasoned enough to beat Gervonta Davis? That's really the only question I have. But he's gotten some good experience with the guys like Luke Campbell, Javier Fortuna. Enough experience to where I can say, you know what? I feel like on that night, against Tank, he'll put it together. We know Gervonta Davis loses rounds to everybody he fights. It doesn't matter if it's Rolly, Leo Santa Cruz, Mario Barrios, Isa Cruz, whomever. He loses rounds to everybody. And he's going to lose rounds to Ryan Garcia. And the question becomes for me, when he's losing those rounds to Ryan Garcia, because he's going to lose some, will he get hit with the left hook by Ryan Garcia? Because I'm going to tell you this, if he gets hit flush at all by that left hook from Ryan Garcia, the fight's only ending one way. And it's going to end with Gervonta Davis on his back. So, call me like maybe I'm in the minority here, but I think Ryan Garcia will beat Gervonta Davis, and I feel like, you know what, he's reaching a stage of his life in his career where he's taking boxing a little bit more serious. The mental abilities and physical abilities are starting to meet up a little bit. He's getting close to his prime, and he understands the task at hand, and he's pissed off for greatness. And I think a pissed off Ryan Garcia for greatness is the best lightweight in the world, or a 40-pounder, or whatever weight class he decides to fight in, because that's how talented I think he is. And I'm not saying that to sound different. I'm saying that because I've seen him in the gym, and I've seen Tank up close train, and I've seen Devin Haney train, and I've seen Shakur train. And don't get me wrong, they're all talented. They're all talented. They're all A-level. They're all elite. They're all creme de la creme. They're all top shelf. But there's just some things Ryan Garcia has, intangible things that he has that you just can't teach. That speed is one of them. That power is one of them. And the conviction he has in that talent he has is one of them, So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about his tweet because he said he's a perfectionist mixed with God-given talent. That's a dangerous combination, and I think that combination is in the midst of really figuring itself out and being presented in his next couple of fights. So don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on Ryan Garcia. Don't write him off. I think sooner rather than later, his breakout year is coming. And I'm going to leave it at that. So you guys leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.
And I think True School Sports, he's the truth. One of the best the best.
Ooh, the number one.
Number one.
Brandon, you've been there, man, and you're building up a good following with us.
Thank you.
And I'm proud to be a part of what you're doing, too. You are spectacular. And
thank you, man. All the best to True School Boxing, and keep up the good work.